Theresa the tree was a tree in the park. Theresa had leaves, and Theresa had bark. Every weekend when the children would play, Theresa would watch and Theresa would say, "How I wish I could run, how I wish I could skip, how I wish I could go on a wonderful trip to the field and the town, to the oceans and sky. But I can't, and I don't, so I won't even try." "Why don't you?" asked one little girl in a dress, whose shoes were well worn and whose dress was a mess. "I can't," said Theresa. "Can't yet," said the girl. "You mean I could travel all over the world?" "Of course," said the girl. "I will come back tomorrow. I just need to find a wheelbarrow to borrow." And so, the next day, as the girl said she would, she pushed a wheelbarrow to where the tree stood. "I can't get in that," said Theresa. "I can't." But the girl drew a breath, and she started to chant, "Be brave and be hopeful, and never forget. You can if you try. Don't say can't, say can't yet." And so with a spade, and a heave and a hoe, Theresa was in and was ready to go. They were off. It had started. Their adventure began. "Pip is my name," called the girl as she ran. They came to a field, and it rose to a hill, and as they got closer, it rose higher still. "I can't get up there," said Theresa. "I can't." But Pip drew a breath and repeated her chant, "Be brave and be hopeful, and never forget. You can if you try. Don't say can't yet." And then, as the wind blew behind with a puff, Theresa and Pip knew the puff was enough to keep pushing them forward. It just didn't stop. Before they both knew it, they both reached the top. "Hooray!" shouted Pip. "We made it! Hurrah! You thought that you couldn't, but look where you are." Then Pip gave a push, and they made their way down, and soon they were making their way to the town. The streets in the town were so crissily crossed that Theresa was worried she'd surely get lost. "I can't find my way," said Theresa. "I can't." But Pip drew a breath and repeated her chant, "Be brave and be hopeful, and never forget. You can if you try. Don't say can't yet." So this way and that did the two of them go, confused and befuddled, with each to and fro, in the maze of the streets and the alleyways too. It was so very hard just to find a way through, as they tried every turn, every left and each right, until— "Look!" cried Theresa. "The sea is in sight!" The sound of the ocean was soon within reach, and round one last corner they came to the beach. They stood on the shore, but the shore had no boat. "Theresa," said Pip, "you're a tree. You can float." "I can't," cried Theresa. "I can't float, I can't." But Pip drew a breath and repeated her chant, "Be brave and be hopeful, and never forget. You can if you try. Don't say can't yet." And so with some courage pushed up to her mind, they jumped in the sea, and they left land behind. "You're sailing the ocean, Theresa," Pip said. "There's one place to go, and it's over your head." But Theresa looked sad. She wanted to cry. She just could not see how she'd get to the sky. Pip had no answer, no help for her friend. They felt their adventure had come to an end. But a robin, who'd lived many years on her head, looked down at Theresa, and to her he said, "Theresa, you've helped me so much in the past, and now here's a chance I can help you at last. For trees cannot fly, we all know that is true, but I have a plan which will help you fly too." Then the robin called help with a chirp and a tweet, and told all of his friends to hold on with their feet to each branch and each twig, to each sprout and each leaf. And what happened next was beyond all belief. With the help of her friends, and each beat of their wings, Theresa achieved the most wondrous of things. The birds flapped their hardest with all of their might, and slowly but surely Theresa took flight. "Theresa, you're flying," Pip said as they flew. "I know," said Theresa. "It's all thanks to you." Pip's eyes filled with tears as her heart filled with pride. "But you did the big bit, Theresa. You tried." So with courage and hope, you can take to the sky with a 3-letter word spelt with T, R and Y. With all of these things and some help from a friend, you can and you will if you want to.